Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all well. This video is going to be focused on the black ISO market. As you all know, 5 days left. Yes, that's how much we have. 5 days left of this for the free trial. Because some people said to me, Rich, well, how do I get this? I'm not going to pay for it. Well, you get free trial at the moment. Stop moaning, update the game if you haven't already, and then get in and buy some stuff. Now ignore the fact that it says 6 days. I'm recording this video on the Wednesdays to then release on the Thursday. We do only have 5 days left, which obviously isn't great, but the fact is it is a free trial. And if you did want to pick it up, I mean, for UK peeps, it's £9.99. It will be whatever respective currency with you. I'm still very much on the fence whether I feel I'm going to buy the Summoner Sigil ongoing. So let's kind of put it this way. Let's just say that's a tenner plus the monthly deal of the unit packs. If that is continued on, which would be great, it means it's going to be £15 for me. Times by 12 gives me £180 spent on the game. And in some ways, I can see that's kind of good, but they're not so good. As do I want to spend an extra, well, let's face it, it's going to be an extra £120 a month on something which I could theoretically grind out for free, or decides to, what it does, it kind of eases me up a little bit. It may ease up the extent of arena grind for shards, because that's something that this does have. Though I'm not a big fan of the aspect of the timers for things, where I have to wait about 13 to 14 days. So theoretically, I can only get this stuff twice a month. And I'm kind of thinking like it would be better if it was 7 days, but still, like I said, I'm very much on the fence whether I feel this is going to be of value for me. But that's not what this video is about. We need to have a look at the idea of what is a good buy in this. And the first thing that right off the bat is absolutely amazing is indeed the 4-star conversion to 5 stars. So for the spend of 2,000, you get 1,000 back. I'm going with Sod's Law and kind of RNG and other kind of BS. If I get an awakening on a 4-star, that's 275 5-star shards. If those 3 4 stars that I open and I get a max signature, that still equates to 1,650. So I actually make gains by getting this. So making a profit on 5-star shards, getting 3,000 is actually pretty good. So that's a spend for me. As something I've talked about in the past, the Summoner Sigil is very much a leg up, and especially if you're considering the idea of pushing yourself to get to Cavalier. This here in particular with the tier 3 basics is actually pretty good. And I'm like, I want tier 1 alpha all day long. I've got tier 3 basics I never use and they're always expiring. So for me, it's a kind of a no-brainer for me to get that. And as well, something we'll talk about in a moment is that the souvenir store is going to expire very shortly. And I've got, I think, about 9,000 souvenirs, shield markers to spend. So I'm like, that may be of value to then to kind of do that in the future. But obviously Kabam are very clever because they know that because it's a 7-day trial, not a 1-month trial, would be absolutely amazing. Then unfortunately 12 days is when they reset, so I could only pick up 3 in total today. Something also to bear in mind, talking about alphas, the tier 2 alpha, yeah, okay, so it's a bit of a bummer to get rid of 5 of those tier 1 alphas, but as I said, the souvenirs store is still in play. Shield markers still can be spent, and there is options to pick up that. So obviously going to the souvenir store now, you can pick up tier 1 alphas right there. There's a good amount on offer. There's 5 on offer, so if you're looking to then absorb the cost, that can be a good buy there. And unfortunately, yes, you don't pick up much tier 2 alpha, with the spend of 5 only equating to 2,250. But again, look, if you don't want to spend your glory on tier 2 alpha, then why not shift the cost over with this? You've got this for 7 days. You get it for free. So maybe use this as an opportunity to then save back a bit of glory, even though you get more with glory, but still, it's every little counts for this. You need to make use of this while you still got it. Let's now turn our attention to the top. The 4-star one is where I want to start off with. This is actually really good value as well. Look, when you open up a 3-star crystal, you're only going to get yourself about 55 4-star shards, and and that's only if you awaken. If you then get a max signature, which for a lot of players they do, the fact is that's only really going to equate to like 100 and something. So it's, again, a no-brainer. 110 4-star shards, I think it is. So I think this one definitely is a no-brainer and one I'll be picking up myself. 1,000 4-star shards is great. And for me, what I'm going to be doing is like shifting a lot of stuff. The way that my premium hero crystal shards are spent. The same thing with 3 stars, 4 stars, and evidently 5 stars. it will allow further progression for a lot of people, and really to kind of balance out the kind of productive stuff to the more productive. I mean, for me in my position, it's all about being more productive with my 5 stars. The days of 4 stars with me pushing are just not there anymore, and it is all about 5 stars. For other people, it will be 3s to 4 stars, and for a lot of players, it will even be like 5 to 6 stars. 4 stars will just be like a piss in the wind to people. They really don't give a damn. I've purchased this 3-star crystal out of spending 2,000 premium hero crystal shards. Now that, again, that's a risk. I had to assume that in that prem, that 2,000 spent, that I could have been lucky. And being lucky with that is either getting number 1 a 3-star or number 2 getting a 4-star from it. And at the end of the day, it is very difficult to pick up 4 stars from prems. More than likely, I'll get a 2-star. So therefore, I'm taking the risk, and I'm sure that it will be fine. There's a few things for mastery builds in here, like the Carbonadium Mastery Core and as well the Stony Mastery Core on offer. So that's good. Onto the Premium Hero Crystal Shards, and this isn't too bad. Look, at the end of the day, you're getting a little bit extra. You buy one, you get one free. I said you buy one, you get one free, which is obvious here. 4,000 shards, and I'm getting a further 2. So that seems like it's all right. That's a good deal. And you never know, I could get a 4-star. I probably won't. The Ultimate Crystal is a bit of a risk. Well, obviously Premium is a bit of a risk as well. But you have to guarantee that with the 2 premiums that you spin out or you pop, that you could yourself get a 3 or a 4-star, and it then would put this as being not very valuable. And more than likely, you're going to see yourself picking up 2 stars. So if you're happy to take a risk, which I think I'm going to do, and I've got myself like a load of prems, I'm going to take the risk with it. Where the featured 5-star is concerned, now I was thinking about this, whether or not I should buy this, but look, it is a good deal because it's effectively you are saving 4,000 5-star shards a time, which is pretty good, because like 15k each time is a bit annoying and has been over the years. And I am trying to save up crystals to do openings with MCOC YouTubers and special New York Comic Con openings. So I'm definitely going to do that. I'm going to utilize this sigil for the free trial whilst I still have it, and make my decision at the end point. At the moment, it doesn't overly sort out my problems, and the biggest issue is claiming. Because if you think about it, if you start claiming now what you have, I think it pushes out your inventory, which could really mean that if I click the claim button on this and I'm not spending any of this stuff, then when it comes to the inventory expiring, I think there's something where it goes. I think it goes back into your inventory, like as you can see here, my stash. I think my stash. I'll call it my stash. As well, you know, it'd be annoying if those got deleted. It'd be very frustrating. So I'm kind of not inclined to claim right at the moment. Also, the selectors are pretty good, and I'm going to be buying one of these. As I said, like I've got loads of these tier 3 basics, and I'm like, well, I need to pick something that is going to be applicable to something that maybe I don't have too much of. I just want to talk on the topic of tier 4 basics, and mainly the conversion side of things. We talked a little bit about the conversion a moment ago. If you are looking to switch up your tier 3 basics, and obviously it's 5 there, what do you get back? You get 3,600 of those tier 4 basic catalysts, and it's like it's good to a degree if, and this is the only if you are not using your tier 3 basics, and it's for me a case that I've got too many just sitting about, so I will indeed go and purchase this. I want to quickly touch on talking about this, the level 3 team health potion. Now, I don't see myself getting this. Usually it's the case if I want to revive all of my champions, I'll use the team revive. But will I need to add an extra 3,075 health per champion on? Largely not. But yes, this could save some time with grinding out a quick Realm of Legends Winter Soldier in order to get this. It's one of these things where I'm sure some people will find this useful. I just don't see any value in getting it myself, especially considering that you can only get 3 a time. It would be good if you could get a lot more than this, but this is the first iteration of the Summoner Sigil, so they could increase things in the future. The biggest point I want to make in this video is how does the souvenir store work with the Black ISO market? And we've discussed this with aspects of different things like purchasing 4-star hero crystal shards and the conversion. That does help for future things if you are looking to work with the Summoner Sigil. Also, replenishing your tier 1 alpha supply, which again is incredibly important. And like we said a moment ago, I've just spent 5 on the tier 2 alpha one. And yeah, it hasn't got me much back, but the fact is I can get some free tier 1 alphas. I'm not in a position to rank up extensively a 5-star. And I'm like, well, whilst I'm doing that, I might as well, you know, lower down my spend in the Glory store. Maybe I can then spend predominantly on tier 5 basics, something that is not included in the ISO store or is in the souvenir store. So it's all about utilizing what I need right at this given time. And that's the advice I would say to anybody is, what do you need, and buy applicable to that. I do think it would be of value to purchase some boosts for people, especially with this Alliance Wall season, just to have them. They're not so substantial as the other ones you get for free from elsewhere, but still, they're good enough to kind of add some extra strength. And especially going into back issues 3 with obviously variant 3, you're going to need a little bit more firepower, and I think they're going to be helpful. But predominantly look towards the value of buying these things with the shield markers and then coming over to the black ISO market to then purchase some of this stuff. So that's really the kind of the idea is you've got to work it in a way that you're absorbing what you buy for free and then doing it elsewhere, freeing up the glory. That's the advice. I'm still very much on the fence with the Summoner Sigil. I do think there is value there for it. I just can't decide whether or not I want to commit £120 towards this. And at the same time, if the unit deal, the monthly unit deal is an ongoing thing, then that will go up to £180. Now, if I decide to spend on greater gifting crystals by the end of the year, it just goes up and up. And it's like, I know it doesn't seem like it, but it's just like a little bit each and every time. And how much are we then committing to the game each and every month or each year to this? I'm not saying it's a criticism. It's not a bad thing. Look, games need to run. Servers need to be paid for. Those kind of things. I just can't really decide at the moment if I want to make that level of commitment to it. But, you know, that there is value, especially from a YouTuber's perspective and intense grinders and intense hoarders, because you're able to convert all those things over and you know, get to stuff quicker. It's like having the glory store and then something not equal to, but you can then ship a lot of the conversion, which is still pretty good. I'm still waiting to see the quest crystal one and how good that is, but still, you know, I'll put it over to you in the comment section. What do you think about the Summoner Sigil? What do you think about what's your best buys? Have I missed anything out? Put it in the comment section as well. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it and you got some advice there, then please hit the like button, subscribe for more Marvel Contest of Champions based content, and I shall catch you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.